Now we'll cover some of the important functions of PHP one by one. The first function will be the list function. Sometimes you have a array which result you want to assign it to some different variables, not the same variables. So we use a list for that. So when using a list, I will write list of $x, $y is equal to array of 10, 20. So what this will do is output will be $x is equal to 10 and $y is equal to 20. So that was about the list. You can have any number. So suppose here I had 30 and here I had $x. So $z. $z would have been 30. So currently so now you see the for each loop. In for each loop, we suppose I have an array. This is the array 10, 20, 30, 28. Okay, this is the array. What I will do is I will just write for each the name of the array, that is ARR, as key value. You must be knowing that PHP supports associative arrays. So for that I will just write here uh, echo $key dot concatenation operator dollar value. So for each in each iteration, each number will be assigned a key implies value, and it will print key dot space dot value. So now let us see what it prints after some time. So now we have successfully understood for each loop. So now we will understand the super globals. Super globals are variables which are available throughout the program, throughout the application. Variables which are available throughout the entire application, interfile and inter directory also. So interfile and directory also. So it starts with the underscore sign and it is all capital. So examples of super globals are first is dollar underscore env, then dollar underscore cooke, then dollar underscore um, sessin session, then dollar underscore files for the files uploading, then dollar underscore server to maintain server configuration, then dollar get request, dollar put request, post request, generic request, then uh, I will say get post request. These are the. So now we'll see what each does. One stores the environmental variables. environmental variables in .env hidden file as name is equal to value pair each on separate line. So environmental variables are stored in dollar underscore env. So now the cookies are stored as name value pair. In session to store session wide information. Then files are store and handle file upload. Then server to get server status and configuration and characteristics. Then the to store get uh, uh, get for form control data like input data, password data, and this is for get request. Stores the query parameters. So now we will go to post. Same as get, same as get, but has a request body in the name value pair and is applicable only for post request. Like this, get is get is only for get methods. It is used for end-to-end headers. So this was all about the super globals. So now we will go to that what is cookies and what is sessions. So cookie is a special file which is sent by the server and it contains name value pairs with an expiry date and a path. And it creates this file and sends it the first time the in the first response. So what will happen is every time when the client will again ask for the another request, it will send the cookie file with it. So it matches the cookie file. If the cookie file is matched, then only it will be allowed. So it is a way of authorization technique. So session is also same as cookie, but session has a more sophisticated interface. Like you can have session variables. You can have them. There is no need to worry about expiry. You can insert them whenever you want. Then you can you can close the session whenever you want. Then you can say you can store many more amount of data rather than cookies. and then it is more secure than cookies. There is and one more thing is that the sessions have a timeout. So suppose the session is inactive for 5 minutes, it will be automatically closed. And one more thing is that when you write a script, the first statement should be session underscore start function to start the function. So that function should be the first line of code in the PHP script, session underscore start. So and to destroy the session, you have to write session underscore destroy. So now, what is the session ID? Like there is a cookie ID. Session also has ID. So it is a 34 character raised to 56 bit number, which is unique to each session. So whenever I in the whenever I initiate a conversation in a different state, I will send the session ID every time to the server for authorization. So what will happen is session keys have to be changed frequently. So suppose after 1 month you need to change this security key for more greater authenticity. One more thing is that in sessions, in session cookies, is that we can dynamically change based on the session values based on the condition of the program. So if your business logic wants to you to change the a session variable, it can be automatically done. And one more thing is that whenever session underscore start is called, if the session is already created, it doesn't create a new session. But if the session is not created, it creates a new session and gives it a 32-bit ID. 32-bit, not 32-bit ID. Yes. So this is the identifier for the authorization of the client. So now, what is a raw cookie and what is the normal cookie? Raw cookie is a cookie in which the HTML entities and the encode special characters which are to be encoded are not sent encoded. They are sent without encoding. But in set cookie method, they are sent encoded. For that, in the set cookie method, this you can say encode URI component function is called and encodes the URL parameters. Now we go come to the get. So get is used to you can say no, not get. We were in files. So files. So suppose I have multiple files to be uploaded. So I will use files. In files, what happens is it shows the name and the pointer to the temporary location of a file. So what happens is whenever a file is uploaded, it is first uploaded to a temporary position, and the name is given from the name we type in the name of our file. So what happens is there is a function move underscore uploaded underscore to. So move underscore uploaded underscore to upload underscore to specifies the destination folder where should it save the file. So for that this function is used move underscore uploaded underscore file underscore to. So move underscore uploaded underscore file underscore to will upload one or multiple images. First it will check that it is a JPEG image, PNG image, or a GIF image, whatever image it is. Or if it is if it is not valid, then it will return a error. So now the thing is that uh, whenever these files are uploaded, then you can say uh, it will check for the file extension, it will check for the file size, it will check for the it will check for many things, and after checking it will call that new underscore uploaded underscore file underscore to function and will upload it to the file. So now what happens if a file already exists? If a file already exists, it will not replace the file. So we have to rename the file, and it will similarly for the server. What is a dollar underscore server? So to dollar underscore server is a super global that contains all the server status information, configuration information, characteristical information, connection to another information. So this for suppose for example this this server request URI. So the URI of the request is found in this server. So now this server has many functions. Will go to the one by one. So now after server we have get. Get is a super variable is an associative array that has keys as form element name tag name and value as form tag value. Same is for post, but post has added security because the query parameters are not visible and has more data can be sent in post as there is no restriction like in get. And a request is a end-to-end header and is for end-to-end data transmission. So that was about the super global variables and set cookie and set raw cookie. Now we will see what is push, what is pop, and what is shift and what is unshift. So now suppose I need to implement a stack using an array. So what I will do is whenever I want to insert something, I will insert it at the backend. So I will write array underscore push. And that the first argument will be array, and the next argument will be the uh, element which you want to insert. If you want to remove an element, I remove it from the last. So that I will do array underscore pop array name and comma the name of the no integer name, only array underscore pop in that bracket dollar ARR. It's the array. So I will write now array underscore push dollar array new. So this will not affect you can say you can, yeah the ARR underscore pop. So this is a stack. Now we will implement the queue. So for implementing queue, I will write array unshift. So what this will do is it will array shift. It will remove the first element from the array and array unshift will insert it at the end. Insert this Gaurav at the end. We'll see this in the examples later. Now we will see about the um, you can say count function. Count function returns the number of elements in array. Then we can say we can say now the implode and the explode functions. So array underscore implode it will have connector and it will be dollar ARR. So what this will do is if the ARR contains Gaurav first element, second element is Saurav. it will just have a comma. So first element, the implored character, and so on. So this will be now one string. There were two strings, now it is one string. Now to explode. Now in explode, I will write an array. This time the array is Gaurav, comma Saurav. Now what it will do is it will again split it. Like it will again return an array whose first element will be Gaurav and second element will be Saurav. So this is the implode and explode functions. Now we come to the substring function. In substring function, what it does is, suppose I have a huge number, long string, like this. It's a long string, and what it will do is, substring accepts the first argument will be the string, the second argument with the starting index is 0, we will start from 0 up to 20, but not including 20. So from index 0 to index 19, that is the uh, substring functions used. No, not str, it is sub str, sorry, sub str. So now how to commute hash. So there are several functions for hashing. First function is md5. It uses message digest algorithm. So next will be SHA. SHA-1 is 256-bit uh, secure hash algorithm. Then this was about the hashing. Now we will see JSON. And there are two simple functions, JSON.encode to the object and JSON.decode to the object, and to what is true. So converts it into a multi-dimensional associative array. So not only in JSON, it converts that JSON into an array. That's why the true is for that. Suppose I have a file which is an object. So the name will be abch and the age will be suppose 30. This is my object. When I pass this object to JSON underscore encode, it will return like this. The name will be in curly brace, not curly brace, in inverted commas, and age will also in inverted commas. So this is a JSON string. So again, when I do JSON encode, I get this line. So now again I am running JSON encode. So I said JSON decode. So with associativity is equal to true. The second option is true. So the final output will be wait a minute. Final output will be this will be the array. This will have a name. It will have a abh name. It will be comma. There will be a inverted commas age 30. So now this is the output that I will get now, because I have used true here. If I hadn't used true, suppose I had used false, what would have happened is this curly brace would have been this around converted commas would have been gone, and this array would have been gone. So now, since we are using true, the inverted commas and the square brackets have come. So this was about the JSON decode. So now we will go to SSL. Actually, we have gone through SSL, so no need to again go there. Uh, Now we will have some, you can say, okay, I will go to base 64. So base 64 encodes a huge file into a sequence of characters, and like encode there is decode. So in base 64 encode, the output is of the form data colon image, and then the image name. So this is the base 64 decoded. This is a, and now we'll we will see the different features. So okay, I just wanted to apologize. So this JSON decode will create an array, and instead of colon there will be a association. It will be associative array. So I just by my mistake in the last. I hope you can understand. So this is a correct output of JSON underscore decode of object and true. So it will be then no colon. It will be associative array implication operator. So now uh, let us move forward. So we will study some new functions. Suppose I want to decrypt a string using the SSL protocol. So for that, this is the function. So it will encrypt it using the SSL protocol. And to decrypt it, I have to type decrypt. So this is two are the functions. So now we will go to file handling. Now the next concept is very seldomly known as file handling. So file handling functions I will write just. The first function is read file function. Sorry, F is capital. Sorry. Read file, what it does is it creates a handle that attaches the handler to the beginning of the file as demonstrated by path. So suppose my path is home browser index .html. This is my file and this is my result. So now if I want to read this file, I can just show you. Yeah, in that I just need to write echo result, and the file contents will be displayed on the terminal. So, but this is not the standard way. So, the standard way to open the file is file f open. So, f open you have to name just two arguments. One is the name. It can be relative path. It can be absolute. I am using absolute for explanation basis. So, I open this file and I will now show you the mode. Read mode is for the I can only read the file. W mode is I can only write to the file. A mode is I can only append to the file. So now if the file already exists and I write something, it will be overwritten by default. But if you write A mode, A stands for append mode, it will not be overwritten. It will be the insertion will start at the end of the file. So we will just write R or W or A or R plus, that is read plus write, then W plus, then A plus. So these are all the available modes that are present. A for append, W for write, R for read, and yeah, that was it. This is F open. So now I have a handle, that is F. F is the handle. So what to do is, so what to do is, so now we will use the handle using the handle. So the first is F read. F read in this handle and read for suppose 30 characters. This is F read. So what we can do is we can read the we can create a for loop and read. Suppose I have created for loop uh, for suppose $I is equal to 0, $I is less than 10, $I plus plus. So what I will do is, in chunks of 30 bytes I will read one by one and the file pointer will be updated. So this is F read. This is string. So once first 30 characters we have read, we can echo to the string. You can echo the string. So every 30 characters will be echoed in different lines. I'm using a slash n. That was about the F read. Now F write. In F write, I have to just mention again the file handler and then again hello. By default, what will happen is if my mode I have chosen write, it will overwrite what was there in the file. But I have chosen A, so it will not overwrite, it will append. So this is what you can use fwrite in for loop also, like we used for fret. So fret, one more function is there, file size. So it takes the handler and returns the size of the file in bytes. Yeah. So this was about the file. Now suppose I want to close the file, I will just write f close and uh, you can say close it. One more function is there, that is file exists. So if file exists, then only perform the returns boolean. So this is file exists. So after that, uh, you can write many other functions. Like let me just remember. Yeah, here we have two constants, variables. First is the current. This stores the current working directory, and then this stores the current uh, operating file in the script. Currently operating script file. These two variables are there. One more thing was unlinking. Yeah, I forgot this unlink. So unlink, just delete the file unlink and just deletes the file of the file handle. Then you can say there are many functions actually. Just I'm remembering them. But the main functions have been covered. Like the read file function has been covered, and the fopen function with the modes, and the fread, fwrite, file size function, fclose function, file exist function, and these variables and delete function. So delete function or fclose should be done only in the final block. So this is all about the functions. But